The V-22 Osprey has killed almost 100 American service members in crashes. About when I was born 40 years ago, military planners envisioned an aircraft that flies like a plane and lands like a helicopter. Since then, we taxpayers have spent $80 million apiece on 400 of the aircraft. They are so unreliable, the military will not let the Ospreys fly most missions right now, in peacetime. In 10 years, in the 1960s, we put a man on the moon with far, far, far less computing power than the Apple Watch, roughly that of a pocket calculator, which some people might remember. In 5 years, using slide rules, we built a plane that could evade Russian air defenses, and it worked, the U-2. Yet in 40 years, we've spent tens of billions of dollars on a plane that cannot move troops from point A to point B in peacetime without crashing. Congressman Glenn Grothman chairs the subcommittee on national security, the border, and foreign affairs, held hearings today on this issue. Forgive me, but this feels like somebody has to be getting filthy rich off of this, and they are preventing any kind of meaningful rationality to this.
Well, it's very frustrating because, of course, we brought in the military today. We had 3 witnesses, and we couldn't get the answers we wanted. And they do investigations. By the way, one thing you didn't point out is we've had all these people die, and it's not in combat, right?
Right, these are crashes. This is not,
Right, so it's just so horrific.
Who's the military covering up for? You'd think they would be the ones to want to ring the alarms on who's ever screwing up.
We don't know who they're covering up for because they are not telling us all of what their investigations
What aren't they telling you?
Well, there are 2 types of investigations. There's a command investigation and there's a safety investigation, which is more thorough. They will not let us look at the more thorough investigations. That's what came out today. It was very frustrating because, of course, the Congress has the power of the purse, and we are going to be demanding more information from the military, and I think they're going to have to realize that if we don't get that information, explanations as to why they aren't doing a better job, we're going to be looking at this the next time there's a budget. Right now, the program is set to expire. But of course, these programs that are set to expire seem to go on or on.
Well, was it Reagan who said the only thing that is guaranteed to eternal life is a government program? But and God bless you that you're doing this work. It's important. This is something that goes all the way back to the early 2000s. This is 60 Minutes back in 2002. Take a listen.
In our report last year on the Marine Corps' troubled V-22 Osprey, which you see behind me, we cataloged allegations of Marine Corps deception about various flaws in the aircraft. Okay,
how is it possible that in 22 years this has been allowed to continue?
We're still having a hearing, and my predecessor's predecessors about 12 years ago had a hearing on this topic. I think in the past, Congress is too buddy-buddy with the whole military-industrial complex. People do not look at programs, or in this case, equipment that is not working adequately, which is what we're trying to do with my subcommittee, have hearings on things.
Forgive me, Congressman, everybody has hearings. What's the chance of results?
Oh, I think they're going to either give us more information, or with or without the information, I think this program's not going to survive that much longer.
And yet we have 400 of these things at $80 million a piece that can't even fly Marines from one island to another.
And you're right. Intermittently, they stopped the program. We had an accident last year in Japan, so they stopped flying them altogether. Well, what good is an aircraft if you're going to stop flying it altogether? And you're right. We have to look out for the soldiers themselves, right?
I was going to say there's a lot of families who are counting on you. They call
this a widowmaker, and family members were there today expressing their displeasure. So, absolutely.
Okay. You say to buddy-buddy, and we only got a few seconds, but it almost seems as though at some point, this goes beyond just buddy-buddy. There's real problems here.
Well, right. I do not think the military is as self-critical as it should be. I think there's a degree of arrogance there. We see in other things as well. They haven't been able to pass an audit for years and years and years, unlike every other agency, and it doesn't seem to bother them. And I think that's because, to a certain extent, we need a top-flight military. But because we need a top-flight military, they are not subject to the same scrutiny as other government programs.
Congressman, there's a lot of families counting on you to get answers. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven unbiased coverage.